Top of the day, family, wherever you guys might be in the world. Top of the day, good afternoon and good evening. If you're here for the first time, I want to say welcome. I'm in a beautiful country called Kenya, populated by over 50 some odd million people here in East Africa, surrounded by beautiful countries such as Eritrea, Ethiopia, Rwanda, Uganda, Tanzania, Zanzibar, just catching a vibe early on a Friday morning. It's about 7:30 in the morning. If you're here for the first time, I want to say welcome, welcome, welcome. This is a platform where we talk about things that are pertaining to the African diaspora, our travels as we move throughout the world. And also we document um, spaces such as art, plant-based food, just cool stuff. So I want to say again, welcome to the platform. If you don't know, my name is Brother Samal here at the Artist Journal. Um, so with that being said, go ahead and hit that like, share, and definitely subscribe to the platform. Noticing that a lot of you guys watch the videos that we put up, but a great number of you guys is not subscribed. So please, I humbly ask that you subscribe. If simple mistake, you might have forgot to subscribe. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. A video or two ago, we talked about spirituality versus religion. What is the best route for our people to take? And through the conversation, a lot of comments was given. One of the good brothers that followed the platform, he asked Samal, do you believe in life after death? He believed, he asked me, do we die? What are your thoughts? So I wanted to come on and just share a little bit of my thoughts. And I'm not nowhere saying that my way is the way, or my perception or the way I view the world is 100% just follow me. That's not um, my position. That never has been. Let me adjust this camera a little bit. And I just come on and I want to share my experience and my thoughts. So the way I see the world is that definitely, and I'm gonna make my way around to the question, do we die? Where do we go after death? Are we here forever, right? So, and I'm gonna jump to different perspectives is regarding the topic. So, because I'm in Kenya and a lot of people follow the Bible, or the world over follow the Holy Bible, so I'm gonna start there. In the book of Genesis, the first chapter and the 27th verse, it talks about how so God created man in his own image, and in the image of God he created him, male and female created them, right? So right there we see that we was created from something, the heavens and the earth, the flora and fauna, the birds of the field, the animals of the field was created from something. So we jump over to the Akan and how they see the world. The Akan is a tribe in Ghana, right? Let me read a little something for you. It said that God is understood as a form, a supreme, omnipresent, and all-knowing being, often referred to as Nyame or Nyan Kopan. He is considered the creator and is not typical associated with specific images or shrines. Instead, God's presence is felt in nature, particularly the wind, which the Akan equate the invisible yet ever-present nature of God. There you see from a West African perspective that God is omnipresent, right? And has an association deeply with nature. So a lot of the African American or our people in the West, we cling on to the Kemetic or Egyptian uh, ways of thinking, right? So it says the ancient Egyptian pantheon, comprised of hundreds of Neteru or gods, is viewed as various aspects, names of Netjer, representing different attributes, roles, and powers within the divine realm. So a lot of people assume that in ancient Kemet they worship many gods, but in fact we understand that the supreme being has many attributes, such as love, peace, justice, right? Um, what are some other attributes? Long suffering, kind, you know. These attributes, they gave names. So they became deities or gods over time. But really what they was trying to express in ancient Kemet is that, yes, there is one God, right? But being manifested or expressed in different attributes. Just like the physical body, we have fingers, we have legs, toes. It's one body, but different attributes. And in the Hebraic perspective, Yahweh Echad, right? Or Yah or God is one. But at the same time, God is omnipotent or omnipresent. Everywhere, the same time, one God, right? All matter, all things is really synonymous to one living entity in creation. There is not a thing that exists that is not a part of this concept called God, or the supreme entity, the supreme energy or being, right, that we call the creator of the heavens and the earth. And there's so much more than what even the English language can articulate. Because if you can think it and articulate it, you already put that supreme being in a box, because you can articulate it. And it is so much more than what we can even comprehend. So I wanted to give these different perspectives from the Akan, from the Christian or the Hebrew or the biblical perspective, to East Africa, to the Kemetic or the Egyptian understanding of God and what that is. Pure energy, right? So we see that we're talking about pure energy. Pure energy. Keep that in mind, family. So the question is, Samal, can we die? Or do we die? And where do we go after we die, right? So we understand that energy, and you can Google this yourself, energy cannot be destroyed. It can only be transformed from one form to another. This is a fundamental principle known as the law of conservation of energy. While energy might appear to be lost in certain processes, it's actually being converted into other forms like heat or sound. So it says like heat or sound. It said that in the beginning, God created the Word and the Word was God, right? No, it said that in the beginning was said that in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. So it said right here that it's actually being converted into other forms like heat or sound, frequency or vibration. Words are nothing but vibrations, ways of communication, words. So we understand that we was created. We may not understand how that we came into being, but we understand that we function on certain rhythmic frequencies and vibration. That's why we hear a song and we snap our hands and we jam into it because we are one or synchronized with that particular sound that's feeding us life, right? So it said in the beginning, God created us from the dust of the earth. And like I always, yeah, family, back at you. I had to change environments. I don't know why, but the camera was getting foggy. So just wanted it to calm down a little bit. But anyway, what I was saying is that energy is never destroyed. Energy cannot be destroyed. So if scientists will tell you that the human being or the human anatomy is made up of 80% water, 20% minerals from the earth. And we understand that water is a major conduit for energy or electricity. So if we are primarily energy, energy only changes form. So if we are to physically, something happen and we make a transition, our physical bodies expire, you will find or you would see, and I've saw this firsthand, that the body, the physical vessel goes limp. And the energy, the spirit, no longer resides in that bodysuit, for lack of a better term, bodysuit or physical body, and it goes limp. So it goes to show you that energy housed in a body causes it to move around, think, talk, you control, you are the sole controller of this physical vessel. So life doesn't begin, nor does it end with these physical bodies. So it is my thinking that, there are streams of information out there that speaks about reincarnation, how we had many lives before, and you actually have people that can attest and tell you exactly what they did in their past life. And scientists once again do their research and come to find out that exactly what they articulated was in fact true. So you have even people that died and came back. People died 3, 5, 6 minutes and actually came back and testified as to how life and death as we know it is not what we think. So it is my opinion that there's no such thing as death like we think about it. I feel like if one goes through an entire lifetime without understanding how to function or navigate these waters, this journey in this lifetime. A lot of us walk through a whole lifetime and we're unconscious. We're asleep as to how things really work here. So the objective is to learn all day, every day. To learn, and true wisdom is to apply that which you learn so that you can reap the benefits of the information that you're acquiring. So the more information that you acquire is like, it says to know thyself. To know thyself is to awaken, to be enlightened to the fact that you are in fact an aspect of God. That source that brought us forth, that breathed into us the breath of life, and then we became a living soul, right? That we are in fact an aspect of that. So the life journey, the goal should be, always should be, to strive to become the best, the highest version of yourself. And it is not the easiest thing to do, but if you stay in the spiritual gym, right? If you stay in a mode of wanting to better yourself physically, mentally, spiritually, on all levels, then it becomes easier. It becomes, you understand what it is to hit the gym consistently, and anytime one who goes to the gym frequently, you understand that once you stop working out, it's always harder to get back into the gym and to get right back at it. So on this spiritual gym called life, we don't have the luxury to not work out. And how working out looks like, when opportunities come your way, that you look at it as just that, an opportunity to refine what it is that you know. You might have a disagreement with someone, and instead of cutting that person off, instead of writing them off, no, you approach with the spirit of, let's get past this together. Let me be the bigger person so that person can be also the bigger person, and we come to middle ground and we work this out together. You understand? That's an opportunity to get over the hump, to refine your skills. So me personally, going back to the question, I don't think that we ever die. I think that there was never a time that we didn't exist. Because the grand scope of things, that we are an aspect of the creator of the heavens and the earth, and the creator of the heavens and the earth, whatever that is, doesn't have limitations. So if that doesn't have limitations, how do we have limitations? And again, this physical vessel of minerals and water change forms, But that's all it does, is change forms. A lot of people say, well, Sabal, when we die, where do we go? For me, the real question should be, where did we come from? In flirting with that information, where did we come from? I think we get glimpses of gems. Well, we know that the same material, the elements, the minerals that make up the earth makes us up, the physical human beings. Every 120, 130 years, there's a new breed of people on the planet. And we know the planet is millions and millions and millions of years old. So that means human beings, as we know it, is nothing but recycled earth. If you really think about it, family. If 120, 130 years, there's a new breed of people on the planet. Right now we have 8 billion people on the planet. So in 130 years from now, there'll be a whole new set of human beings on the planet. And then after that, another 130 years go past, is another, you understand? But where are all these people coming from? These people are being born from the people that came before. And likewise goes on and on and on, back to the soil. You understand, family? So all human beings are recycled earth. So that which we really are, the essence of who we are, is pure energy being placed in physical bodies. It goes back to how one may die and the physical body goes limp. The energy source moved on. Just like as if the physical body is being formed in a mother's womb. It is nothing but physical matter at first. And that when that electrical pulse goes to the heart, it triggers the heart to start fibrillating or starts pumping. You understand? Then the physical anatomy of the baby or that human starts to grow and develop, and it starts to kick and move, and ultimately coming out the womb, right? So it goes back to the Bible where it said in the book of Jeremiah, God told Jeremiah, have no worries, for I knew you before you was even in the womb. You understand? So I always say where we going is insignificant compared to where we came from. Where it is that we came from, how was we created? This is the beauty of life, family. We don't really know. And the Creator gave us a mind to think and to wrestle these things out. It'll be no fun if we knew it all. That is the great challenge of life, is that we don't know what tomorrow brings. So we live each day, every hour, every minute, every second, as if tomorrow isn't promised, because it's not. That's why they always say the present is a gift. The future is not here, the past that's gone, but what you have is right here, right now. So I pray that I gave the topic a little justice today. The camera was a little choppy. It was blurring up on me. I don't know why it's heating up for some reason. I got to figure out. It's a brand new camera, so I have to figure these things out. If you guys love the content, please go ahead and subscribe. Drop me a comment, another question. If you want me to do another topic or subject, please drop it in the comment. I'm here for you guys. This is our digital village. And it's just, some of my thoughts, family. This isn't a platform where I'm just coming to teach and I know it all, because I don't know it all. I'll be the first to tell you that I'm learning as I go. And I like to just share some of my thoughts. So I'm gonna leave you guys with that. We're about to jump out to Mombasa, do some shopping, got to get some fabric. Jessica is launching a clothing brand. I'm not gonna release the name of it yet. We wait until actually next week. So we bring you guys up to speed on that. So I'm gonna tune out right here, just to tune back out. But we have the video from today's Mombasa trip coming out probably on Sunday. So I'm going to tune out just to tune back in. Y'all know.